live. All right, there he is. And technical.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw it in there. I didn't have
Must
anything
have
set
been
up.
thinking of me and my printer when you put that up.
That's been around almost from the beginning. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Sunday night, November 9th, 2025. My little brother's 61st birthday. Be sure to reach out and say hi and let him know happy birthday. And you can do that a couple ways. I don't, this may or may not work.
Ken Stout Live 2025 said happy birthday Kevin.
But I guess it worked. I honestly didn't know if that was going to work or not because I didn't test it. I forgot to test it. So, Ken Stout Live with the Zoom homies. We have Bill, we have Rich, we have Don't Bother Me. I'm eating Greg Guy.
Jeff
Sam.
Ryman said happy birthday Kevin.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Ryman, Darren Gilholm, and Chris Garrett with Max. Boys?
Hello. Hello.
We have confirmed audio. Let's go take a gander and look at chat and see what's going on. Scott was first, Greg was second. Gonna get first one of these days. Rick was third. Hello, Scott. Hello, Greg, and hello, Rick. One Fish was fourth. John says happy birthday to Ken's little brother. Thank you, John. Looking for a friend. Can anyone direct Ken to Cracker Barrel? Yeah, it's just up the road. I know right where it's at. I've been there. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, I was about to say, gosh, how long has it been since he made a visit?
Oh,
4
6,
months?
7, 8 months easily,
Yeah.
if not longer.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of when people join and whatnot. Maybe I should, but Greg says no, he doesn't know where he's going. I know exactly where I'm going. I will drive. I had the right name, sort of kind of the restaurant. We're meeting at a place called Barrel something, not Cracker Barrel. I'll catch grief for that, but whatever. No GPS. Oh, clearly, yes. I use Waze, Waze. I'll put the address in. It will get me right to where I'm going. Unlike when John and I met at Texas Roadhouse, I didn't do that until I had driven past it. Then a little light bulb went off, and I decided to use it. Scott
So
says
when
hello
are
to
you
John.
going to eat?
Wednesday. We're going over Wednesday.
All right.
Weather should be fine. It's just going to be cold, but the weather should be fine.
Yeah, I can probably get there by Wednesday.
Yeah, if you leave tonight, more than welcome to. You want me to email you the address? Rick and John and
Yeah.
Scott are exchanging hellos between each other. Ellen says, like done. Thank you, Ellen. I know Ellen's actually live right now. I've been contemplating whether I'm going to change my time or not, and I've pretty much decided I'm not. I'm still going to go at 10 o'clock Indiana time, and we'll just have competition between us. She's clearly going to win that competition, and that's fine. And she said she did a like. Thank you, Ellen. John said, Scott, I noticed that you said hi to Marsman earlier today. Did he reply back? I'm guessing that would be on Carrie Holzman's live stream. And I don't watch Carrie, so Ellen says, hello, John. Hello, Scott. Hello, Rick. Very nice of her. And it just jumped on me. You watch any of the Steelers game? I believe the Steelers are playing currently right now in LA. And that's been an interesting game. I was watching all of the first quarter, most of the second quarter. And it's a weird vibe to the game. I don't know. And it's halftime. What's the score now? 12-3, maybe 9-3. I don't know. I walked away. It had like 5-3 or something like that. I think I'm all caught up with chat. There was one. I have a Siamese twin. That's my little brother. That picture actually that you saw on the thumbnail, I cut out of this picture right here. It didn't work. Why didn't that work? Interesting. 55 degrees on Wednesday. Yeah, we're showing a high of 12-3. Yeah, I knew it wasn't a lot of scoring going on. Rogers looks terrible. He
Ken
got
Stout
sacked
Live
a couple
2025
times.
said happy birthday Kevin.
Yeah, I stole that and I took me out of the picture and used him on the thumbnail. So that's still working. That's good. The Colts one, I didn't get to see it. I had one rough night trying to sleep last night. And I finally basically just gave up on sleeping, and then I slept most of the afternoon until about 1:30, 1:45. And then I decided I better get up because I don't need to stay in bed all day, and just kind of did little things. Ski Band's in the house. Just stopped in to say hi, going to bed. Had a rough day. I hate to hear that, Ski, but thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. I would appreciate it. Most of you did see I did a live stream for about a minute and some change today of the wonderful white flaky stuff falling out of the sky. And what can I say? I did glance out the door just before 10 o'clock. We don't have snow right now. It's just cold. It is really, really, really cold. It's under 30 degrees already. Overnight low of 23 is predicted. Thank you, Ski. I appreciate that. Next 3 nights are going to be in the low 20s and barely back into the 30s, except for Wednesday, and it's going to be 56 allegedly. Thumbs down applied.
It's gonna be in the 20s here tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think the weather that we got today is moving toward Greg. I know he said he was having thunderstorms this afternoon, and we were having snowstorms, snowing, English. And I'm hearing an echo. Who? Let me guess. Let me get my Karnak moment here. Who is Greg Guy?
John Williams said hello, Greg Guy.
And Greg Guy says hello. I mean, John said hello to Greg. So Sam, I've got a question for you about OBS. I noticed recently it used to be I could move OBS from screen to screen to screen, and it would not lose any of the docs, the scenes, the sources, the mixer, the scene translation, and the controls. They would all stay proportionate to the screen it was on. Now, if I move it even on its own screen, just slightly down, everything goes wonky. Happen. Maybe if I lived further south in Indiana, possibly, but even then, they get snow there too. I know Louisville, Kentucky, one year got blizzard completely socked in due to the snow. That was back in the late '90s, early '90s. Yeah, early '90s, because I moved to California in the late '90s.
That was probably 93.
93 or 94. I had just gotten out of the military.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
Good point.
Are the docks locked?
I don't know. I will check. Didn't even think about looking at the docks to see if they're locked. They are now.
Aha.
We will
Could be
see.
it.
I'll move it one time over to here. Nope. Nope.
Then
My controls is now this wide. My scene transitions are like this. Good news, when I moved it back from the 43 over to the 22, it did not reduce it anymore. It kept it proportionally the way that it was. So maybe upon a restart, it will be okay. Obviously can't do that right now, but we will see. And the reason it's frustrating is, you know how when you can grab them and resize them. Every now and then, if I don't re-grab them just right, I undock them. But now, since the docks are locked, I don't think I can do that anymore, can I? No, I can't. Answer my own question. Good boy, Dougie. I haven't done that in a while. All right, we got another echoing from Greg. Go look at chat real quick. Mabel is in the house. Hello, Mabel. She said she's watching at 10:08. Well, we'll give her credit for being here. I'm late to quite a few live streams that I'm trying to watch. I was watching one earlier tonight while I was trying to set up, and I finally said, hey, I got to go. I really got to concentrate on what I'm trying to get done here. Long Dog is in the house. What we had at one time, Ken, talking about the borders and how they hard there to distinguish grabbing something like the whole box. Yeah, I can't demonstrate it because I don't know how to show OBS, but you can hover your mouse over it and you get the double arrow left and right, and then you can drag them and resize them. If you don't get that precise when your docks are not live, you'll move the dock itself, and then you play hell trying to get it back to where it was at because it's hard to do. I get frustrated sometimes and just throw it somewhere else and then go get it later on.
I'm looking into the camera. I'm looking in the camera. Are you watching me right now?
I
Are you
am.
watching me? Ken Stout, you're right.
That there ought to be. Yeah, it's an OBS issue. It's been going on for a couple days now. I don't know that this will work. I don't know that this won't work. Just give me 1 second here. Bear with me with the silence. Might be some echoing going on. And I'm going to share my screen to Zoom as well. I can do that so they'll understand. They probably get really bored of me sharing my screen. So what I'm talking about is right down here, you have your scenes, your sources, your audio mixer, your scene transitions, and your controls. When I moved it down, this took off and became about this small. This got about that big. So you can move it, you can resize it, and I have to do this all the time now. I bring it to the monitor you're seeing now, and I have no idea if this is going out over OBS. Is this going out over OBS? I have no idea if it's going out over YouTube or not. I'm guessing that it might be. Now that I've got the docks locked, I don't have to worry about undocking them because I can't do that. If I were to come up here and unlock the docks, then I could really screw this up by grabbing the dock and undocking it. And I'm learning that if I do screw up and get it at the wrong place, not to move it very far because then I can put it right back in the same spot. There's a real fine line between right here and right here. Real fine line. So that's what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead and relock them because with the docks locked, I can't do that. Now, when I move this back over to my regular monitor that I use, these will all change again. They didn't used to do that. They used to stay the way that they are. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main Zoom, and I'm going to move OBS out of the way. Now, hopefully that did go out over YouTube. We see the audio meters on YouTube. Okay. Thank you, Rick. Rick says it is, and Long Dog says, so if all you saw was the audio mixer meters, then you didn't see everything I was trying to explain. Oh, custom. Hey, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you putting it on your community tab for me. I do appreciate that more than mere thank you and words will say. Melba is still watching. Thank you, Melba. Doing all right, Wayne. Doing all right. Fighting the cold. Do what, Jeff?
Like to move your docks, is that sort of like going into System 32 and saying bye-bye to everything?
Yep. System 32 delete. See ya. Now, I've never actually tested that. I hear that it will wreak havoc upon your system. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll get a system and just say, what the hell? Let's try it and see where it goes and go from there.
You would have to, I think you would have to take over full access. You have to run a command to take over full access of your system.
Well, I don't know. I have no desire to actually try it. But...
run commands to take over full system access.
And now I got audio from Chris.
To execute system commands or modify your
wow.
Security.
My phone just said something about that.
Your phone. Wow. So your phone picked up on what you were talking about and then decided your phone's as bad as my LEAXA is down there. But by the way, I'm giving it away if anybody wants it. Scott says, John, were you in Wisconsin in 1975? I remember the storm on November 10th, 1975. when the Edmund Fitzgerald was lost. I guess he said the Fitzgerald. I guess he's talking about the Edmund Fitzgerald. Hard to believe it was 50 years ago.
Yeah,
John
that's the
moved to
first time
there.
it did it.
Hey, my iPhone, I've given up on figuring it out. I'm growing accustomed to what it's doing and just reacting and learning to deal with what's happening. Because if I change something, it screws it all up. One benefit of running a virtual machine, you can do something like that and bring back your OS because you made a copy of it. Yeah, that's true. I have dabbled in virtual machines. I'm aware of them. I do have about that much knowledge of a virtual machine. It was kind of interesting, kind of fun at the time. And after after the live stream ends, I'm going to share my DaVinci machine because I had something pop up today all by itself. And I only noticed it because of how I have my icon set up. This thing is dead smack middle of my screen. And it's a link that says products. Wait till you see what it is. Very interesting. Natasha Kinder says, "Hi Ken, I liked your stream from earlier. You're nuts for wearing a t-shirt and shorts out in the cold." Yeah, I actually put on long pants and a jacket when I went to Walmart this evening because while I would have been okay, I didn't want to put up with the people's comments and staring and everything else. And it was a little nippy. It was a little chilly. So thank you, Natasha. I kind of wish I had virtual machines to play with when I was in school learning about computer crap. I've had my fair share of them. They're all right. I mean, I get it. It's a safe way to test something out so that you don't screw up your whole system. And I lost the appeal.
Use the system Terry sent you.
That's sitting in the living room, and I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it just yet. Maybe play around with it. I don't know. It's just, again, we all know I put in for that as a joke. I didn't honestly think I would get it, and I got it. I now have it. Annie from Saudi Arabia says hello and good morning. Hello, Annie. Good morning to you. I think it's morning time for her. I think she's about, I want to say 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning in Saudi Arabia. I have never looked it up. I should, maybe. Scott, 1975, I was 1 year out of high school. Yeah, I had 3 years to go in 75. Oh, 2 years. I graduated in 77. While you were in school learning things about viruses and virus removal, learn the registry. Yeah, now the registry, I still to this day stay away from the registry. I do not want to get in there. I don't even like to get in there and look at something because I have an inherited fear of I will click something that I'm not supposed to, or the machine will click something that it's supposed to, or my wonderful mouse without borders will click something that it's not supposed to, and I'll screw it up. Yeah, I avoid that like the plague. Back in those days, it was a long process to put Windows back together again. Well, you should have called Humpty Dumpty. That's all you needed to do. Would have been able to solve it. Got only to 27 degrees, and he walked 5.7 miles. Woo! Man. Tip of my hat to you, Scott. Not only for walking over 5 miles, but walking in shorts in 27 degrees. Why don't you make one of your rooms a cool room with a bunch of electric model trains that you want to have a snowball fight when it comes? That makes no sense to me, Natasha, but okay. Why don't I make one of my rooms a cool room with a bunch of electronic model trains? You want to have a snowball fight when it snows? No, I stay out. UFO in Akron, Ohio gives us a thumbs up. Hello, UFO in Akron, Ohio. I don't think I've ever seen you on my channel, but thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it, and you gave me a thumbs up. Akron, what's Akron known about? What's Akron, Ohio known for? I know Cleveland.
UFOs.
Do what, Chris?
UFOs.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Well, it could be. I don't know. I have no idea. I know that Cleveland is known for many things, including the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, which I am going back next year. That's already in the process of, I'm putting time and money aside to do that. And I will spend I'll spend the entire day there this time. It's not going to be a combined, hey, we're on our way to Niagara Falls. let's stop here and spend some hours. No, that it was too rushed. I want to go over there and take my time going through there. I really want to enjoy it this time around, and I plan to. I really do plan to. Scott says he was 10 in 1975. I think I was 16. I was born in 59, so someone do that math. I was 16.
I was 2.
Do what, Chris?
I was 2 years old.
You were 2? Wow. Greg was 25. Were you in the Army in 75, Greg? The little red button. And out, and then you went what, back into the Navy? When'd you go back into the Navy?
January 77.
Wow. Paulzilla is in the house. Old Pops, how you been? I'm doing all right. Thank you, Paul. I'm hanging in there. Mabel says, not born yet, LOL. Yeah, bunch of youngsters hanging around with us. A bunch of young people hanging around with us old guys. Oh my. Good day. Good memories from back then. Real good memories. See if I missed anybody in. Long Dog retracted a chat message I didn't see. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Just bring it to my attention. Natasha, RR10, where is JK in the waiting room? No, nobody is in the waiting room. There's nobody warranted needing being in the waiting room tonight. The waiting room that Natasha is referring to, which is probably more than likely Josh himself, is where we usually put Alex Cheek for a few minutes. That was a running joke. Finally, the eruption ended. It was 7 days of nonstop live streaming. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw yours. I was watching yours, and I saw another one popped up. Obviously, when you watch that, you're going to get similar recommendations for other channels of that. And I glanced at it. I wasn't impressed. Long Dog, Akron, Ohio is known for the history of the rubber capital of the world, connection to the inventor LeBron James. I got to think about LeBron a minute. I thought was he from Akron? I thought he was from Cleveland. I know he was from Ohio. I do know that. I know he was a high school phenom. I know he skipped college and went straight to the NBA. And he's done quite well for himself. I didn't think he was from Akron. The rubber capital of the world can be argued to actually be Indianapolis because the Goodyear tire plant was actually right next to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which most of you know is not in Indianapolis. It's in the city of Speedway. They just call it Indianapolis Motor Speedway because, well, I don't know why, just bigger city. I guess Speedway capital of the world would not sound as good as Indianapolis Motor Capital Speed. I don't know. Have no idea. It's good to see the chit chat going on back and forth between Paul, Zilla, and One Fish River. I mean, I know it's classified as a river, right? Don't miss this. Speaking of that, I got a response on my short last night that I did, which, by the way, is closer to 12,000 than it is to 10,000. I told you guys this was going to be my all-time highest short video. And the guy was making reference to Payne Stewart, who was a great golfer who passed away tragically in an airplane crash. The plane lost its oxygen or something, and it crashed. Okay. And he made a comment about that. I did not misunderstand that comment whatsoever. I saw the humor in it. I saw the respect in it. And if my reply offended this person, then I will reach out and make sure that he understands or she understands I meant nothing by it. I actually agreed with what they were saying. And I did say, I am not a Payne Stewart. I play golf because I enjoy playing golf. I'm never going to make any money at it. I'm never going to win any trophies. I probably won't get any good boy, Ken, good boy out of it either. John says the 70s were riot high school, no internet, smartphones, especially in South Florida. Yeah. 7 days ago, he had 1.662. Now he has 667. Yeah, my subs go I made it to 58-28, and I'm down to 58-16 right now. I've given up on the subs. They're going to come, they're going to go. They're going to come, they're going to go. It's fine. It's the way it is. I'm more focused on watch hours. Yes, the Brickyard Speedway. I'll get out there. For many, many years, the Speedway, the Goodyear factory that was there, I don't even think it's there anymore because the 500 was built for Goodyear to test its tires. That's the only reason that thing was built. And, you know, it's evolved to where it's at today. Akron is also known for the invention of the ice cream cone. Now yeah, there you go. That puts him on the map. The Drifter PH is in the house. I haven't seen him. Mabuhay. Good morning to you. It's 10:30 in the morning there. Hopefully your weather has calmed down a little bit. I know you were having some typhoons last week, and hopefully that you got through that with no problem. It's called a river because it's a Chesapeake Bay watershed. It's a creek size up here due to being in the upper half. I'm just giving you a hard time about it. I mean, I'll show you a river. I'm not sure how that last word, Cabana, Kabayan. I have no idea. You know me and my Tagalog, Cebuano, Logano. I can't speak it, and I really should be able to speak better than I do. The piece of trivia knowledge about Goodyear, the tire pump. Yeah, I'm sure Goodyear had factories and places all over the place. Yeah, the big letter Hannah is a river. Oh my goodness. Can we use smaller 3 and 4 and occasionally a 5-letter word, please, for me? I'm begging you. What, we haven't had one English tonight. Does it not work? Now I'm recording a replay from a different cam to add the final piece to episode 36.
English.
Cool. Thank you. That had to be John. Yeah, didn't even have to look. Thank you, John. Look forward to that coming out. I will be watching for that. Supercalifragilistic. Now, oddly enough, I can get supercalifragilisticexpialidocious only because I've seen the movie a million times and I've got it memorized. If someone were to write that out, I'd be like, Super California, nope. Super fragile, nope. Fragility, nope. Forget it.
Well,
Nope.
I've got a little brain teaser for you then. I saw a clip today when what's her name that was playing Mary Poppins said it backwards.
Julie Andrews said supercalifragilistic.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the show at some point, and I have no clue as to how to do that.
Yeah, really. Ken, if I were able to be in the domed empire, domed, and circulate with some of the golfing places, restaurants, and golfing stores, you might run into some famous golfers. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And some
Take
of them
lessons.
smack you up the side of the head with a driver if you bothered them.
Yeah, that true. Mabel has been to the Susquehanna, or however you say it. And that's about the best you're getting out of me on that. So, yeah, I know Mabel's done a lot of traveling, so she's been to more places than I've been to. But hopefully next year that'll all change, or the year after that. I do want to get back into traveling. This year was as most of us know, was just completely shot since March. So did not get to, I mean, I've been to Bloomington once, Illinois, and I'm going to go again next week, and I'm looking forward to it. I think John said we're eating at McDonald's or Burger King. I can't remember. I think we're haggling on that a little bit. Prefer Burger King myself, but we'll see. Ellen is SW. Thank you, Ellen. Now, I know Ellen's doing her live stream, and I also know she's got a phone beside her, or 2 phones beside her, and she's watching other live streams. John says, ha, ha, ha. Now, John and I, we know where we're going. We're not going to Texas Roadhouse this time. We're going to go to a different place. And that McDonald's, yeah, I tell you. All right, I am going to start the outro.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honey bees. Shimmer. flow.
That's all, folks.
That's going to cut off right about now. There we go. Yeah, Natasha, the last score I saw in the game was 12-3. Thank you, John. 12-3. LA was beating the Steelers. I have no idea what the score is now because I have my studio door closed so I don't get distracted. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, paste out z00m@gmail.com. Send me an email. 15-3 now. Thank you, John. And I will get you the credentials and you can join us. If you already have the credentials and you want to see something really interesting that happened on my system today,
Paulzilla 911 trademark said good night, folks.
Just as soon as I end the stream. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, John. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, no one else I can remember. That's what the scroll's for, so I don't have to remember these names. We all know me and memory. Me, memory, me, English. I got a lot of me problems. You guys ever notice that? I'm waiting on Greg. I figured Greg would be the only one that would say something. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Rick Lakes tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock our time, 2 o'clock Central Time. Have a great night. Join us on Zoom. Bye.
Say what?
Have a great night. Watch us on Zoom there. Did you catch it that time?
No.
Our top story tonight. Get in a Saturday Night Live reference. Good night, everybody.